Bro.
Hello, this is former WWE diva Melina.
It is WWE Hall of Famer Lita.
Hey, this is Gail Kim.
I am Broken Matt Hardy.
It's your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle.
This is the man of the hour, Leo Rush.
This is the hardcore legend, Mick Foley.
Hey, this is Tommy Dreamer. Here to give a shout out to Alyx.
Just Alyx.
Just Alyx. Just Alyx.
Just Alyx.
Just Alyx.
In Alyx's world.
Welcome to Just Alyx on YouTube. From the whole effing show, RVD.
Congrats to a decade of excellence with your channel, Just Alyx.
Your YouTube channel is absolutely wonderful, yes! I have seen it, and your wrestling reviews are some of the greatest in all of space and time, yeah!
That's just J-U-S-T, Alyx, A-L-Y-X. Don't get, it's not an E, it's a Y-X. A-L-Y-X, bro.
You are making the Moke Divers proud, Alyx, yes. And to anyone out there that has not had a chance to espy Alyx's YouTube channel, you should right now.
So if I were you, I would tune in to Just Alyx now, right now, in order to make sure that you have a nice day.
I am WWE Hall of Famer Lita, and you are watching Just Alyx. Check you soon. Something like that, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'ma just say right now. First off, welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I am your host, Alyx, Just Alyx. Shout out to It's J Knox for the amazing cover you see here. To me, he is by far the greatest graphic artist when it comes to YouTube wrestling channels. I have the best, and when you watch Alyx's World, you get nothing but the best. Just like I got tonight. When we talk about the Forbidden Door, when we talk about AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling coming together to give us an event of dream matches, an event that was riddled with bad luck, bad karma. Some might even say cursed. From injuries to politics, to many of them.
This show is what I call a 5-star symphony. Match quality through the roof, amazing show. Only bad thing about it was the Adam Cole injury. Something out of AEW, NJPW control. Also finally Claudio is all elite. And, as expected,
Ospreay and Cassidy stole the show. I'm assuming the people who had the voice reciter was all like, I can't pronounce that word, and then she gave up. Regardless, listen to me. This show had every right to fail. It almost seemed like it was doomed from the get-go to not succeed. When you look at all these injuries that have played, not just AEW, but wrestling, period, WWE as well. When you look at CM Punk going down, losing Kenny Omega, people like Bryan Danielson, who had to, take a leave because of a concussion, many others, Jungle Boy, Scorpio Sky. Adam Cole was at first injured, but he worked the event. Although, based off of what happened, it probably wasn't the best call. Still, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish are out. Anthony Bowens, Lee Johnson, Darius Martin. We also got Kip Sabian, Layla Hirsch, Red Velvet, Scorpio Sky, I already said Scorpio Sky, Sky Blue, The Bunny, Buddy Matthews. Just to name a few. Many people who are hurt. And when you think about, as we got closer and closer to the show, we also hear Tomohiro Ishii, who was in the match for the Fatal 4-Way All-Atlantic Championship. He gets hurt. Hiromu Takahashi gets sick, he's out the show. You're thinking to yourself, okay, you know what? Let's at least get through the goddamn show. Can we at least get through the damn show? Whatever happens, happens. When you look at all of that, politics from CMLL and AAA saying, nope, we don't want the Lucha Brothers, that's Pentagon and Phoenix, we don't want Andrade working with New Japan Pro Wrestling because we got heat with AAA. When you got all of that happening, when everything seems to be against this show, and it still delivers. Not just delivers, but gives you some of the greatest moments, greatest crowd reactions, dream matches, things you've never seen before. All for the price of $50. Fuck that. This should have been $65. And I still wouldn't feel like it was. I would have felt like I got off scot-free. I cheated. Because this show deserves as much money. The $1 Million Gate it got, selling out. Chicago once again showing why it is one of the greatest wrestling crowds in the world. If this show is not the show of the year, I will be very surprised. This was a legendary show. This was a classic show. I put this up there with WrestleMania 17. I put this up there with All Out last year. I thought All Out 2021 was a classic show. NXT, I could give you all the NXT shows, the TakeOver shows, specifically New Orleans, which I said was a classic show from 2018. Man, so many classic shows. I put this up there with it. I will go back and rewatch this show and remember it fondly. This is one of those shows that is going to define who and what AEW is. And if you are someone who is disenfranchised with WWE, if you're disenfranchised with wrestling period, and you are looking for something to hook you back in, I recommend this show. And don't listen to the haters. The haters are mad. They are coming out. They can't stand the fact that AEW continues to kill it on a regular basis. They can't stand fans like me coming up here and saying that this show is the best wrestling show in the world, that is better than WWE, and all they can do is hate on it. They will tell you this show isn't for casual viewers. No shit, Sherlock. This show is not going to grow the WWE or the AEW or the wrestling audience. No shit, Sherlock. It's not about that. It never was about that. It was about giving a treat, rewarding the hardcore fans for everything that they've done. That's what this show is for. And every single time AEW is put up to the challenge, when their feet are to the fire, they come through. And I think this is going down in history as one of their best shows. So, applause, applause, applause. Congratulations, everyone take a bow. I cannot wait to get into it. We got a lot going for tonight's show. We're doing a lot of stuff. We have, of course, the Superchat Championship. Nickname my entering in early with a $100 donation. We'll have 3 rounds. One during the shout-outs, another one in the middle of the show, and then we'll crown the Super Chat champion at the end. If anyone challenges them, by the way, which I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. But I'm very excited to get into the show. We're going to break down all the surprises, including the debut of one, Claudio Castagnoli, the former Cesaro, to replace Bryan Danielson. And of course, a few more surprises that no one saw coming. I am very excited to get into the show. So let's pay these bills and let's get right into it. So if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all of my content when it comes out. While you're at it, help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership today. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction to Hot Topic or a review, past, present, or future. You can also donate to me using Super Thanks if you're watching this after the fact. Also, don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at JustAlexCentral, give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, but also give me a follow on TikTok, for I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalexsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi, and please get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees. Get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt, get you a new school Alex's World t-shirt, but most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie, America, because it's the remix t-shirt made by It's J Knox and Firestar Heart. All this down below in the description box. And you know what you don't need? You don't need this toe up from the flow up wallet. See, this wallet represents WWE. Old, broken, all kind of messed up. And no matter how much you try to sugarcoat it or coat it, it's still old and out of touch. What you need is an AEW styled Ridge wallet, a metal wallet, maybe even a metal phone case. Now you're asking yourself, Alex, how can I get me a Ridge wallet? I gotcha. How's about we get a quick word from our sponsor, and then we'll get to some shoutouts. Today's video is sponsored by The Ridge. Are you tired of traditional leather wallets wearing out? Are your phone cases cracking way faster than they should? Perhaps you're a minimalist and are searching for something more small profile. Well, The Ridge is here to help. The Ridge offers metal-plated wallets and phone cases that will last you a long time. Quality materials come in aluminum, titanium, and carbon fiber, making it hard to damage and long-lasting. Its slim design allows you to carry it anywhere, even in the smallest of situations. Each variant has a strap or clip to fasten your money, as well as an expandable card holder that holds between 1 to 10 cards, including credit cards and IDs. Today, if you click our link and use the coupon code RAWCognizance, you can get 10% off your first purchase. That's ridge.com/rawcognizance and the coupon code RAWCognizance in all caps. Stop carrying worn down bulky wallets and flimsy phone cases. Get complete control of your belongings today by contacting The Ridge. Alright, welcome everybody. So once again, check out Ridge, The Ridge, and get you a free wallet today. So, round 1 of the Super Chat Championship starts now. During this time, while I'm doing shoutouts, I'm going to be calculating the amount that people be donating. To win the Super Chat Championship, you just have to donate the most money within the time I'm reviewing the show. At the end of the show, whoever has donated the most money will be your Super Chat Champion. Now, keep this in mind. The champ right now, nicknamed Mai, is notorious for donating the most money out of anyone on this channel. I think he took down former and inaugural Super Chat champion Victor Velasco, who tried to return earlier this year in January, looking to reclaim his belt. And nickname Mai said, We have to remember, anything can go. And I don't know how much you can donate at one time here on YouTube, but I've seen some people go up to about as high as 800. So if you gonna donate, you gotta bring it, man. But those of you who do donate to me, I do appreciate. Even if you're not donating to win the championship, you're just donating to help me out. If you're just donating to get your thoughts in, hey, that helps me out too. But good luck to everyone who participates. I'm letting you know right now, nickname Mai, he ain't a pushover. You know who's also not a pushover? Your moderators. Show some love to the moderators. Ultrashot 97, Firestar Heart, Alyx, Demi, and Godzilla Hawk, who will help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you. No trolls, nobody is gonna mess with our energy tonight. So let me go ahead and just start with these shoutouts. I want to say hello, first off, to the YouTube members. We got King Mike Tuds, former Super Chat champion King Mike Tuds, in the building, who has also defended that belt on a regular basis, letting people know that when he wants that belt, when he wants to be champ, he can take it anytime he wants. I'm also very curious to see who else is in here. I think he's the only one so far. If I see any more, I'll shout them out. But thank you to the following people for being here. We got, oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs? Robin sucks. Which Robin? I'm assuming Damian Lane. Because he sucks to me. Screw that kid. Minako42. Rugby Cardigan. Did I say that right? Welcome. You must be new, because I don't think I've seen that name before. We got the Cerebral Assassin, Christopher Carter. Randy the freaking Ram in the building. Sean 101, Nelly Nell, Sam 3. These are regulars. Leo Melanio, Agus Chaos. We got Leo. Oh, this is a returning name. Leo Lamel. Leo Lamel in the building. Good to have you back, man. Xavier Jackson, Rick Rosar. We also got Chase5677, DT Oversolve. I think you're new too. We getting some new names in here. Janelle. Khalil does everything. Everything in the building. Good to have you here, man. Get that t-shirt ready to go. Where's your t-shirt at, man? Black Z Fighter, Husky 518. We also got so many people coming in now. Jamarcus Williams, Danny 310. I almost got those numbers mixed up. Danny 310 or 310, whatever he wants to say. I think I just saw Nintendo Porn Company Conspiracy. We got Mr. Anthony White, Jordan Galam, Mark French, Corey, who says this show is an A++++. I think he only did like A++, but A+++ in the building. We also got Taryn Jones. So many people. Zachary Hain. Oh my God, y'all coming in hot. Love it. The great Reginald Scott. Ratchet Silla. We also got Cam and Naomi and Melina Forever. That's a long name. Colonel H. Stinkmeaner. Demetrius, I got it right. Demetrius B. King of Heckle Mundo, Repeating Gaming, that's a new one. Juan Lopez, and let's give the last one to, who's it gonna go to? The 808 Keone. Alright, thank y'all for being here. Listen, if I don't say your name, please don't take it personally. We gonna be here for a while. We still got 2 rounds of Super Chat Championships. We still got a long show to review, but we also got some news to talk about. So we're gonna be here more than an hour at the very least. So don't worry, I'll definitely be able to get to y'all at the end of the show where we can have a live chat session. How about that? I'll play some music, we gonna chill, and we just gonna vibe. Sounds good? Awesome. Alright, so round 1, we'll go to Nickname Mai, who I think he's just gonna confidently sit on top, just chilling with that $100 donation. I think it's actually more than 100. I think it's 105. Is it 105? Someone like do some research and see how much money that actually is in USD dollars. I think it's 105. But let's just play it safe for now and just go 100. The number to beat, if you want to be Super Chat champion, is $100. So, man, I can't wait to talk about this show. Let's just get to it. So when it comes to Forbidden Door, we got to give credit where credit is due. Thank you, Tony Khan. Thank you, New Japan Pro Wrestling presidents. I don't know their names. I just know that they have presidents for making this show happen. Because against all odds, against injuries, against politics, against many, many, many other things, the fact that they were able to make it to the United Center and sell it out. 17,000 fans live. And let's be real, they undercut themselves. I still believe to this day, if they would have done a stadium, it would have done just as well. They undercut themselves. They did. They undercut themselves by having the show not be in the stadium. Now, the United Center was a great place to have it, and let's just call it like it is. That's the place where Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls would go, and they would pack that shit out on a regular basis. And so far, AEW is pulling a Michael Jordan. It's pulling a Michael Jordan right now. Selling out that bitch. I think last year they sold it out with CM Punk's debut. Return to wrestling, but debut in AEW. And they did it with this show. Both classic moments. And both classic shows were in Chicago. See, y'all can get mad at AEW giving Chicago all these big shows. I think it's going to get All Out too. I don't know where in Chicago All Out will be, but it is going to be in Chicago. As much as I hate it as well, I'm like, y'all, come on. Give other cities a chance to show out. You know, Houston loves you. New York loves you. Chicago, they don't get tired. To be fair, this show was, I think it was actually less than 4 hours. It was a pretty short show because it didn't even go to 11 p.m. No, it went to like 10:30, I think. So 3 hours and 30, well, okay, if you include the pre-show, it's 4 hours and 30 minutes. But even then, most of the shows that AEW does, it's like 5.5, 6 hour shows. And you're like, fuck, the show is too long. This show was perfect. Perfect length. I thought the structure of the matches were done very well. The wrestlers, all of them delivered. There were a couple of scary moments in there where even I was like, oh crap, is that person all right? But matches overall, top notch. Not a single bad match on this card. Not one. Not one. Nothing below a B+, and everything goes as high as an A+. I thought this entire show, top to bottom, delivered in so many ways. I thought commentary was awesome. They switched off between Kevin Kelly, Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, Taz, and Jim Ross. All of them did an excellent job. All of them did. And they had different combinations of them too. If they ever bring in Mauro Ronaldo, they should do the exact same thing. God damn, that's awesome. Imagine having Mauro Ronaldo involved in this as well. You probably could make that happen. If you have Rampage go 2 hours live on Fridays, you can have Mauro Ronaldo do that show. You know, I feel like you can do 2 commentary teams for 2 different shows. You can do Taz, Mauro, and Chris Jericho for Rampage, and then keep Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, and Jim Ross on Wednesday. You can make that happen. If you really, really want to. Justin Roberts, and then the New Japan Pro Wrestling announcer. Oh, do I even want to try to pronounce his name? Well, let me see. Kimihiko Ozaki. Oh, shit. Kimihiko Ozaki. Did I get it right? Did I? Bow, did I knock it out? Knock it out the park? Kimihiko Ozaki. I think I got it right. I'm proud of myself. With Justin Roberts and Ozaki, love them. Love the Japanese/English announcing. It really added. It gave us that New Japan Pro Wrestling aura. You know what I mean? It was helpful for that. I thought the stage was excellent. I thought the crowd was hot all night. They didn't get tired once. And that's why he loves Chicago, because they love everything. They pop for the stuff they should pop for. No issues whatsoever. 17,000 fans. So originally the show only had 15,000. Which I thought was crazy. I'm like, dude, you can do more than 15,000. And so after, I think, a couple of weeks or so, they just said, all right, fine, we'll open up some more seats. And then that sold out quickly. And they said, all right, we'll open up more seats. They only could get 17,000 because otherwise they would have to have them sit in the obstructed view, which is bullshit. I don't know. It is what it is. But 17,000 fans is a lot of people. When was the last time a Raw, or SmackDown, or a WWE pay-per-view did that? Exactly. A lot of people came to this show. So, to all the haters that say AEW is doing bad business, first off, I think they got like $1 million+ from just gate tickets alone, from just ticket sales. They got a $1 million gate. That's crazy, first off. And they already said internationally, not just here in America, but internationally, they did over 100 pay-per-view buys. So, that's already crazy. I wonder what the pay-per-view buys will be for us here in the States. Because I'm pretty sure it's got to be at least a good 150. So, overall, that's 250. If not 200 plus 100, so probably 300,000. which is even, Jesus Christ, that's even more money. People who say AEW is doing bad business do not know what they're talking about, or they know they're doing good business, but they're showing their stupidity and they're showing their hate because they don't want it to succeed, and I don't understand. I get that people like me make fun of WWE. I know you hate that. So, because you feel slighted, you then want to hate what I like, which I think is stupid and toxic. It's just dumb. I don't hate on WWE because I want it to fail, because I want to see it get buried and die. That's not what I want. I rant on WWE so they can hear what I don't like, why I don't like what they're doing. Because apparently, unless I vocalize myself, they're not going to do anything different. They're just going to continue producing bad shows. So I now have to do what I'm doing. I have to say shows like this deliver. Especially when they do. Okay? And that's the thing about AEW. I don't need to pretend that they're good. They are. See, a lot of people with WWE, you have to grade them on a curve. You have to let things slide. Well, from a sports entertainment aspect, it's a classic. No, fuck that shit. I'm not doing that. I'd never have to do that with AEW. They just give me good shows, and I love talking about it. So the haters can hate all you want. You can cry. You can go to your mama's room and lay your head in your mama's lap and go, they keep hating on WWE. When you get shows like this, it just makes you go, God, can we just be done with WWE? Let WWE do what it wants to do, but can the wrestling fans just move over to AEW? Where the real wrestlers are. Just really, really good stuff. So, let's get to some wrestling news before we get to the actual show. I did hear that Triple H is back in charge of NXT. I'm gonna wait and see what that leads to. Apparently, he says he's back, but no one knows what that means. Not one person is privy to how much power Hunter or Paul Levesque actually has. So until I start seeing some results on NXT, as in like, alright, we're getting rid of the freaking rainbow colors and we're going back to the black and gold, NXT 3.0, bigger and better, or some shit like that. Unless we do that, and then we actually get some stories and character development, I don't think he's coming back for anything. He might be back in charge, but the people running the shows are Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard. And as long as they run the show, I want nothing to do with NXT. So, good to have Triple H back. I hope he takes over NXT again. I would love nothing more than to go back to reviewing NXT. Seriously, I don't mind doing that. I'm not going to review a show I hate. Especially if people are not going to watch it. People aren't already watching NXT as it is. Why would I torture myself by going over and watching that? Just something to think about. That's just not something that's in the cards for me. And it's just not going to be something I'm interested in all that much. Sorry. But we'll see. I could be surprised. If he does come back to NXT, happily. I'll turn on the show and I'll watch it, review it every single week. I'll catch every NXT takeover and I'll review it happily. And I'll say that's the best wrestling show for WWE and say it's better than Raw and SmackDown. Oh, man. The other thing that I wanted to quickly talk about, and this has nothing to do with the show. This has something to do with me personally. I have been blessed with this platform that you guys help make. You know, I don't think I would be here if it wasn't for people like you, my moderators, the people who donate, the Superchat Champion nickname, the wrestlers, people like Thunder Rosa, who check me out, who promote me, who talk about me. Apparently, I'm being talked about amongst the wrestling circle. So, I'm blessed and highly favored to be in this position. But I'm even more blessed when people outside of wrestling enjoy what I do. And I am pleased to announce that your boy, Just Alyx, has been called to attend Comic Palooza, and I will be a part of a wrestling panel. You heard me right. Comic Palooza has invited Just Alyx to be a part of a social media wrestling panel with other big-time YouTubers. Now, I also heard, and this hasn't been confirmed yet. Actually, yes, it is confirmed. I think it's on their website. I just lied. It is confirmed. Adam Cole and Hangman Page will also be at Comic Palooza. Britt Baker will not. Britt Baker will be at Comic Con. I think Britt Baker and CM Punk will both be at Comic Con. I don't know about... No, Bryan Danielson will be at StarCast. He'll be at StarCast with Johnny Gargano and many others. I think Ric Flair will also be at StarCast. But I get to be in the same vicinity as a Hangman Page and Adam Cole. Now, I do not know if I'm going to be on the same panel as them. If that's the case, you will know about it. Trust me. I'm going to get more details about what time my panel is, what it's gonna have, who's gonna be on it. If I have anything to do with it, would I be leading a panel? I do not know. I will say this: if they put me on a panel with Adam Cole and Hangman Page and ask me to lead it, you best believe it's gonna be a Q&A panel, and I'm gonna ask him some real tough questions. Not really. I don't have any tough questions. I'm gonna ask him some good questions, and it's gonna be fun. I don't think they're gonna have me lead a panel. I don't think so. To me, it's like, if you're gonna have someone lead a panel, you can hire someone else who's professional, like a Tony Schiavone, or if not him, like a Denise Salcedo, or Brian Alvarez, or even a Sean Ross Sapp. Somebody, you know? But we'll see. I am gonna be on the panel. I'm excited to talk about basically whatever wrestling news will be on there, so we'll definitely see what happens. Sounds good? So more details will come. Please follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter so you can get all the details. I can't promise you I'll give you all the details when it happens here on YouTube. I don't know when I'll be able to come back up here and tell you the details. It might be tomorrow, I don't know. But just for safety, just to be sure you're keeping up, please check out my social media. And it can be Instagram, it can be freaking Twitter, it can be Facebook. Follow me on social media for all those details. Cause your boy, you know, he's blowing up, man. Comic Palooza. It's scary, but at the same time, I'm actually kind of excited. So we'll see. All right, enough talk. Let's run through these buy-in matches really quickly. And other topics we'll get to, I guess we'll get to at the end of the stream. You guys can ask me your thoughts. All right, we had a buy-in match. The Factory's QT Marshall and Aaron Solo got defeated, got their asses handed to them by Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi. Fun match. Nice little warm-up for the crowd. They all over QT Marshall. QT Marshall, deceptively athletic. The more I watch him, the more I go, this man can do a lot of shit. He just acts like he can't. You know? Reminds me of Damian Sandow. Like, oh, well, MJF too. They act like they can't do shit, they can't wrestle, but when they have to, they're one of the best. So, that was a fun match. New Japan took that one. Then we got... Well, actually, no. Before this, we got the Murder Hawk. The Murder Hawk monster, Lance Archer, defeating, I think it was Nick Camarado. Yes, Lance Archer defeated Nick Camarado. Solid match. Nothing really to take home. Just a victory for Lance Archer. Then we got this match. Then we got Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. Swerve in our glory. Taking on, El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Did I say that right? Yoshinobu. Well, the match was great, first off. great psychology from both sides. I was expecting some underhandedness from Swerve. He didn't pull it off in this one. He was clean as a whistle. He did some crazy spots. He popped off at the end with that last sequence. Freaking super kicked El Desperado, and El Desperado was hanging on the ropes, and then he did a double step on top of him. It was a lot more awesome than I described. You have to go watch it. It was dope. It's on YouTube. You don't have to pay to watch it. The buy-in was on YouTube, and it was also on TV too, but it's on YouTube. Check that out. It was dope. But Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland get the victory. And they move on up the ladder. And they're moving on up. And then the final match, of course, was Max Caster and the Ass Boys. Max Caster, the Gun Club, took on the... Okay, let me get this right. It's Kevin Knight, Alyx Coughlin, Yuya Uemura. I say it right. And then the DKC. Did I get that right? The DKC? Whatever. The New Japan Dojo. How about that? Rookies trying to come up to become wrestlers. The Max Caster had great lines, of course. Really awesome stuff. But what made me just die laughing was before even the match started, we had Danhausen show up on the Titantron, and then we got a new theme song for the Ass Boys. I died laughing hearing it. I can't play it right now because it's copywritten, but it was awesome. It was great. I was like, what the fuck is that? But that's great. Man, the Ass Boys. It's the Mass Boys. They are more over than 90% of the WWE roster. Which is not saying much. I think Pat McAfee is over like 90%. No, 95%. I think Pat McAfee is more over than 95% of the WWE roster. That's not an exaggeration either. But them Ass Boys, man, they getting over. And it's a testament to both Anthony Bowens and Max Caster. They are really awesome personalities. And when Anthony gets healthy, he's another one that's on the injured list. I say give him a push for them tag team titles. I'm ready for an Acclaimed title run. I'm serious. I want the Acclaimed to win those tag team titles. I do. They won the match, by the way. The Gun Club and Max Caster do defeat the New Japan Pro Wrestling Dojo. And that was just the pre-show. That was a fun pre-show. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for the main show. So let's get right to it. We kick things off with Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki. Kaze ni nare. Taking on Eddie Kingston, Wheeler Yuta, and the debut of Shota Umino. Shota. Is it Shota? Excuse me. Shota Umino. I don't know why I said Shoto. Shota Umino. So, first off, the match was outstanding. Anytime you have Eddie Kingston in big match situations like this, he always delivers. He always gives you his best. But then you add in a Wheeler Yuta, who is a blue chipper, as Jim Ross said. Every time you see him, he's giving you something new. And to my surprise, I thought the star of the show was Shota. Shota Umino had a breakout performance. I think this is his first match. Because he was a rookie the last time I saw him. They showed Chris Jericho bullying him a couple of years ago. So now that I see him on my TV set and I see him wrestle, I'm like, yo, he's good. You know? Yeah, I might have screwed around and found you a main event player. Tony Khan can pick him. Now, he's not officially on AEW's roster. He's a New Japan Pro Wrestling star, but he's good. He is really good. You don't need me to tell you about Sammy. You know Chris Jericho's a legend. And you know goddamn well Minoru Suzuki is going to kill him. Those sequences with Suzuki and Eddie Kingston gave me life. Them chop sequences. And then anytime Eddie would chop Suzuki, he would be like, oh, fuck, I think I fucked up. And then Suzuki would hit him with that Suzuki elbow and knock him clean out. He did that with Bryan Danielson too. it was that YouTube match they had. He did with Bryan Danielson. It was fucking amazing how Bryan sold it. I think Eddie might have sold it better. Debatable, but to me, the way Eddie sold that elbow was amazing. It was amazing, man. The match went down exactly how you thought it would. The heels cheated. You had some interference. I think Sammy hit Eddie with a bat. He hit one of, I think it was either Shota or Eddie. He hit Shota, actually. Sammy hit Shota with a bat, allowing Chris Jericho to hit the Judas effect and pin him 1, 2, 3. So they're getting all this heat together, right? Because they're doing that blood and guts War Games match on Wednesday that they can't call War Games because WWE owns the copyright. But there's gonna be that match on Wednesday. It's gonna be bloody. It's gonna be crazy. And I can't wait for it. You gotta give him that heat. You gotta give Chris Jericho that heat. So he'll get what's coming to him on Wednesday. You'll get what's coming to him. Next up, winner takes all. IWGP World Tag Team titles and Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. Both titles are on the line. We got FTR, who got a monster pop when their music hit. These guys are the best tag team in the world. Everyone knows it. Jeff Cobb and the Great Okan, and then Roppongi Vice. Hey, Roppongi Vice. That's Trent Beretta, or Trent, and Rocky Romero. So there was a scare moment during the match where I forgot how it happened, but Dax Harwood, I think, fell on his shoulder, and then officials came and took him out the match. So we're thinking, fuck. Is that another? We can't escape this curse. People are getting hurt during the show now. God damn. Now, I don't know if this is an actual injury. I'm hearing reports that it's a worked injury. I'm not gonna look it up. I'm almost certain this was not a worked injury, but it could have been. Who knows? He got hurt. They taped him up, and he came back out to a big pop. Very well done. Really awesome stuff. This match was great. Top to bottom, great action. Great tag team wrestling. Very fast paced. I thought Jeff Cobb looked amazing. Jeff Cobb, for a big dude, has an amazing moonsault. He, like an Olympian, like Kurt Angle. He has great moonsaults. And, he's very smooth inside that ring. Nothing against Roppongi Vice, of course, but let's be real. We all wanted FTR to win. There was one moment during the match that confused a lot of people, though. So, I forgot who was getting pinned. I think it was Dax getting pinned by Rocky Romero. And the referee was like, 1, 2. You're like, whoa, that was a 3 count, sir. But apparently, during that count, I think Dax had his shoulder up, but it looked like the referee went 1, 2. It was like, no, that's a 3 count, man. They lost. And the crowd let him have it. The crowd was like, boo, you fucked up. So that was that little hiccup moment during the match where everyone was just like, what the fuck was that? But it wasn't that big of a deal. You could have just simply chalked it up to his shoulder was up. But Big Rig is hit, and FTR become your IWGP World Tag Team Champs and the Ring of Honor World Champs. They collecting gold, baby. The gold collectors. Next up is the AEW Tag Team titles. Can they win them all? Gotta win them all. I'm FTR. Yo. Gotta catch them. Gotta win them all. FTR. Let's go. I like it. All right, so congratulations to FTR. Next up, the AEW Tag Team titles. So, unfortunately, Tomohiro Ishii is not in this match. Although, this match would have been even better if he was. Instead, we have New Japan Pro Wrestler Clark Connors replacing Tomohiro Ishii to take on Miro, Pac, and Malachi Black. Now, The match itself was awesome. No issues. I thought, even though Clark Connor felt out of place, he soon let us know that he's the real deal. I thought he looked great in this match. I thought Miro came across like a beast. They did a great job eliminating him or taking him out to protect him. They hit him with everything. He went through a table. They gave him the Black Mist. They protected the shit out of Miro. They made you feel like they had to drop a fucking bomb on him to stop him from winning the match. He caught everybody. He tossed people around like bitches. He was the powerhouse in this match. But no one saw that ending coming. I even thought, well, Miro's winning this title, right? Right? That just seems to be the right thing to do because he's the star here. No, they didn't give it to Miro. They gave it to Pac. You heard what I said, right? They gave it to Adrian Neville. They gave it to Neville. They gave it to Pac. Holy shit. God, that popped me. You have to understand why this made me very, very happy. He is, and I continue to say this, if I had to name you a list of the most underrated wrestlers today, Pac might be number one. Because every time he's in that ring, he does things that no one else can do. He's great on the microphone. He's intimidating as fuck. You know he could whip your ass if you caught him in real life. He plays his character to a T. He's the bastard Pac. He's been deserving of a title run. Because I'm thinking to myself, all right, well, if it's not going to be Miro, you would give it to Malachi Black, though, right? Because Malachi Black, he has the group. Malachi Black doesn't need it. Miro doesn't need it. Pac does. He's been deserving of it for a long time. So yeah, I'm very happy they gave him the belt. And I hope they give him a run with it. He deserves a run. Seriously, I think Pac should have a run with this belt. I think he'd be an excellent champion. That's just my thoughts. I think he'd be a great, great champion. I'm super excited to see what he does with that belt. Now, I'm very curious to know who you guys would want him to fight. Now that Pac is champion, give me a list of people you want to see him fight. That'll definitely be something I look forward to. All right, so this would be the time where I do round 2 of the Super Chat Championship, but it doesn't seem like people are donating. They just kind of said, fuck it. I think Nickname is just going to win this one. But we do have a donation here, so I am going to play that. And I am going to check out some of your comments because, you know, I do want to make sure you guys feel involved. We have, I think I just saw 200 people watching me live. Okay, I see 190. So a little bit under 200. 190 people watching me live. Thank y'all for being here. Again, you can donate at any time. Like the video as well, because the more you like the video, the more opportunities I'll get to be recommended.
$450 splash from QT Marshall WTF lol.
Yeah, the 450 splash from him was pretty ridiculous. Okay, so I asked you guys who should face Pac. Also, can I start a poll real quickly? I never really started a poll. I should have started this earlier. What grade would you give Forbidden Door 2022? I'm just very curious to know what people are saying here. Since everyone agrees that it's not a bad show, I'm not even gonna bother putting C's. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put S's, I'm gonna put A's, and I'm gonna put B's. Since the general consensus is it's a great show. You get me? So we're gonna do that. I'm very curious to know what everyone has to say. Let's see here. Brett Gerard. Yo, Alex, I just saw on Twitter recently that per Fightful, Tony Khan confirmed that ROH's Death by Honor will have a live pay-per-view this July. Dope! Good to know that Ring of Honor is returning.
There was a fight in the crowd during Mox versus Ace.
Really? I must have missed that one. Was I the only one not privy to that? I did see the crowd. I noticed that they were distracted by something. Was that it? A fight? Although there was a bear fight inside the ring. Just saying. Just saying. Alright, so I'm gonna let that poll do what it needs to do. He wants to see Will Ospreay versus Pat. Wow.
Clark Connor was getting bullied in that fatal 4-way match.
Oh, was he ever? It's pretty messed up. I saw someone say they want to see Pac versus Will Ospreay. Hey, that can work. The great thing about this championship is that it's an international belt. Although it's not called the International Championship. I would have loved for it to be like the international belt. Where like people from different sides of the world can come challenge for it. People from Japan, people from Mexico, that'd be Andrade. And it's just like, since Cesaro is Swiss, you can do Pac versus Cesaro since he's from Switzerland. Oh man, that's so goddamn cool. I love those matches, by the way. Andrade, Claudio, and Will Ospreay. Sammy Guevara, I think Sammy can represent, oh, he'll be USA though. He's not gonna be much. Zack Sabre Jr. would be great, because he represents England. Malachi Black, I think, represents... Isn't he America? Let me see. He might be New Zealand. Let me see. Where was Malachi Black born?
Alkmaar, Netherlands.
Netherlands! Okay. Well, you can do that. Ray Phoenix, Penta. Yeah, those would be some excellent matches. For sure. For sure. Inosuke Takashita. Inosuke Takashika. I was going to say Takashita. Inosuke Takashika. Ooh, that'd be a good-ass match. There's so many matches you can do. You can do him and Jay Lethal if you want. Samoa Joe's a good one. Samoa Joe's a really good one. I like that. These are great stuff. Great names. I do appreciate y'all for getting that in. Gargano? That's a good division to bring in Gargano. I'm not complaining. Or I would rather have Gargano go after the TNT title, but that's just me. Alright, well, we'll have to see what happens there. John Morrison would be perfect for that championship division. So, hey, y'all keep talking. Y'all keep talking and discussing matches with Pac. Alright, so that's championship round 2. Let's move on with the rest of the show. Let's get back to the show, because from here on, it's... Oh my god, I don't think I've gotten a match below an A- from here on out. Because next up, again, we lost Hiromu Takahashi due to a fever. So this match became a triple threat, another trios match, involving... Let me just talk about, really quickly, El Phantasmo, who... I think is a member of the Bullet Club. I think he is. This dude, El Phantasmo, is an excellent comedy wrestler. He's really good inside the ring, first off. Great seller. Great everything. But he is hilarious. Him and the Young Bucks taking on Sting, Darby Allin, and Shingo Takagi. Takagi is a fucking beast. And of course, Darby Allin is a freaking awesome, fantastic piece of human being. And Sting is a legend. So, the star power in this match was off the chain. But the match itself, holy shit. Sting. When his music hits, you don't see him come out, right? You're like, what the hell is Sting? And you're thinking, did he get attacked backstage? Is he getting replaced by somebody? Well, here come the Young Bucks and El Phantasmo. The lights go off, they come back on. Sting is on top of the not the Titantron, well, on top of the stage setup. Dives off of it on top of them. Sting over here diving off of stages, man. What in the actual hell? 63 years old, he's still diving. Get your boy. Don't get him. I love it. I freaking love it. That's awesome, man. This was an awesome match. Both trios matches were fantastic. But these matches with Sting are incredible to watch. Not one bad match from Sting yet. How is it that he can come to AEW and have all these matches and steal the show and have very noteworthy, very clean, very exciting matches? But back in 2015, it was like Homeboy couldn't even move. You know what I mean? And it's just people that they had him working with, which is terrible. So it was nice to see Sting, Darby Allin, and Shingo Takagi get the victory. I thought that was a great moment. Once again, Sting wrestling with New Japan Pro Wrestling. This was a hell of a show, y'all. It was a hell of a show. AEW Women's Championship. Thunder Rosa taking on Toni Storm. Now, let me just say this. I was a bit concerned about this match because it was in the middle of the show. And usually this is around the point in time where the crowd usually gets tired. And I was very worried that the women were going to have to struggle with it. They didn't have to struggle. Chicago was hot for this match. I thought Thunder Rosa and Toni Storm delivered. I thought they were beating the piss out of each other. It was stiff. It was stiff. I know there was a lot of men stiff. Sorry. That was... Fuck it. You know it's true, goddammit. But that's not the stiff I'm talking about. They were stiff. On wrestling terms. Damn it. And they beat the piss out of each other. And it was great. It was awesome. I loved it. Thunder Rosa got the victory over Toni Storm. I wasn't really surprised by that. I know a lot of people were hoping Toni would win. She'll get her time in the spotlight. This is Thunder Rosa's time. It's Thunder Rosa's time right now. Let her have her run. The question does come up, though. Who should be Thunder Rosa? I'm thinking it might be Ruby Soho. That feels like the right person to be her. We'll have to see. It might end up being... Because I thought about this too. What if they give the belt back to Britt Baker? Because she's still a major star. Or, what if Sasha Banks wins the belt? Something to think about. Now, Paige is coming. Saraya Knight is coming in. I guarantee you that. I think she's definitely coming in. But she's not going to wrestle right away. So, she's not a choice. I think... Yeah, I think the person to beat Thunder Rosa might be Sasha Banks. Damn. I don't know how I feel about that. I love Sasha, but Thunder Rosa... I don't know if she should be losing the belt to her. We'll have to see. Now maybe Jade Cargill could drop the belt to Sasha Banks. That's different. But even then, I don't know. I think Sasha should go after the top title. We'll see. We'll see how this works. But I'm really looking forward to seeing who she fights next. There's a lot of women in that division. Hell, it might be Ty Conti next. Ty would be great. Ty versus Thunder Rosa would be a fucking awesome match. You can tie in Sammy with that feud too. I would do it. Shoot, Ty and Thunder Rosa? Come on now. Come on. Y'all would be into that match. For more than one reason. Be quiet. Now, I thought, following this match, we had a series of classic after outstanding, after phenomenal, after tremendous matches. Just back to back to back to back. And I said to myself, you know what? It doesn't even matter. This is the best show of the year. Because of these matches that are coming up next. The first match is Will Ospreay versus Orange Cassidy. Originally supposed to be Andrade versus Will Ospreay for the IWGP United States Championship. A championship that is actually being held by Juice Robinson. Listen to me. I think we all knew the moment this was announced, this was going to be a sleeper hit. I told you in my preview, this is going to be the hit of the show. Holy fuck. Holy shite. Jesus Christ almighty. God damn, this match was... As soon as it was over with, I tweeted Dave Meltzer. Dave, you know what to do. If this isn't a 5-star match, I don't know what is. Oh, this match was a classic. Oh, this match was great. The best Orange Cassidy match I have seen. This is the type of match that makes wrestling fans. It literally had everything. Everything? Khalil. It had everything. Comedy, technical wrestling, counters, power, high flying, new moves, heel heat, babyface. The crowd was hot for all of it. Oh, this was an outstanding performance from all involved. And let me tell y'all something about Will Ospreay. I know people like to say Dave Meltzer just gives him 5-star matches like candy, but there's a reason for that. Will Ospreay, one of the best wrestlers in the world. No kidding. He is one of the best wrestlers to date. I dare you to find me five wrestlers better than Will Ospreay. You can't. You can't. This guy is one of the best. He's one of the best out there. Guy can work with anybody and everything. And I'm actually kind of upset that, since we have access to him somewhat, because he's from New Japan, and we have a partnership with New Japan, we can probably use him more. But fuck, man. This dude was able to have a fucking classic with Orange Cassidy. Imagine Will Ospreay versus Pac, someone said that, versus Sammy Guevara. What about Ospreay versus Claudio? Ospreay versus Danielson? Ospreay versus Moxley? Ospreay versus Omega? Ospreay versus Heyman? Ospreay versus Adam Cole? There are many more matches we can do with this man. This guy is a 5-star maker. And he had yet another classic match that I think has the ability to make new fans. Easily the best match from Orange Cassidy. Just another day in the office for Will Ospreay. I think I can say this was the match of the night. I think this was match of the night. It wasn't the only classic on the show, but this was phenomenal. Phenomenal match. Will Ospreay wins. And then afterwards, you have the United Kingdom come out. They're beating the piss out of Will Ospreay. You have the best friends try to come make the save. But they get overpowered by the United Kingdom, right? It wasn't until... Let me find the photo really quickly. Because... Man... This was a big moment for me. You gotta understand why this was a big moment. This was a huge moment for me. And some of you are gonna be like, who that? Let me tell y'all something. This ain't no who that. Alright, I found the photo. Let me pull it up. When his music hit, I knew exactly who it was. So did Chicago, by the way. Chicago popped for him. When he walked out, I had the biggest smile on my face. Katsuyori Shibata, the wrestler Katsuyori Shibata, walked out to a massive pop. This man, almost a year ago, was told he would never wrestle again. Because he hit Okada with a crazy-ass headbutt that almost killed him. It fractured his skull. Literally, it fractured his skull. Almost died. Here he is. here he is wearing Orange Cassidy's glasses. That moment with him and Orange Cassidy in the ring having a stare down, and then he being Orange Cassidy gives Katsuyori his glasses. I'm just like, that's the shit I look forward to. That is what wrestling is all about. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I love this show, man. This was an awesome, awesome moment. The crowd received it well. I loved every single piece of it. It was a fantastic, fantastic, fan-fucking-tastic moment. And I can't wait to see him wrestle again, man. I don't know if he's 100% just yet, but fuck. Fuck me, man. Super excited to see what he does. Well, let's get to the moment you've all been waiting for. Y'all been waiting for me to talk about this match the moment the stream started. I had to hold it off because it was a special moment. So we were speculating all week who is going to replace Bryan Danielson, who was originally supposed to be fighting Zack Sabre Jr., but Bryan is injured and is going to be out for a while. So Bryan had to find a replacement who will also be fighting in his spot for the match on Wednesday, the Blood and Guts match. And we're all speculating, is it going to be Johnny Gargano? Now, Johnny Gargano was in fact in Chicago for an autograph signing. Then he went home. Is it going to be Bray Wyatt? Or Wyndham Rotunda, who apparently has gotten a new wrestling name. Wyatt 6. He's not using Bray Wyatt no more. He has trademarked the wrestling name Wyatt 6. It has merchandise out. I don't think it's Bray Wyatt, but it'd be interesting. I think we all knew who it was when Bryan Danielson said, this is someone that hates Eddie Kingston as much as I do, and he's just as big of a technical wrestler as I am. As soon as he said that, we all said it collectively. It's Claudio. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It was Claudio. Claudio Castagnoli, aka Cesaro, is now all elite. My fucking God, when his music hit, the crowd lost their minds. That was a rock star reception. They went fucking ape shit for Cesaro. That man came out, arms out. One of the biggest pops we've gotten all year. All year. And it's incredible to me that WWE never pushed him. They never... Stone Cold Steve Austin did a Stone Cold podcast with Vince McMahon in 2014. Stone Cold Steve Austin looked Vince McMahon in his face and said, why the fuck are you not pushing Cesaro? And Vince went, because he's Swiss. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? This motherfucker was having classics. Awesome matches with John Cena and every other top star, including Roman Reigns. And they let him go. And Cesaro said, you know what? If you're not going to value me, I'm not going to stay. So he left. And then he showed up here. And he got a rock star reception. My goodness. This was one of them. When AEW first got started, I remember talking about the wrestlers I would like to see jump ship, right? One of the wrestlers that was on that list was Cesaro. Y'all, this shit ain't no joke. I told y'all that when Cesaro got here, it was over. He is going to be a world champion, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Everyone knows he's good. Everyone knows he's a main event player. And now that he's joined the Blackpool Combat Club, holy shit, this is some red and black Wolfpack shit, man. This is an awesome stable. John Moxley, William Yuta. Yeah, William Regal and Willer Yuta combined. William Regal, Willer Yuta, Bryan Danielson, and now Claudio Castagnoli. Shit, I guess we can bring in Chris Hero now, right? And then get a female too? Shit. I'm telling y'all, man. This is only the beginning. You already know Claudio's about to really kick ass. I'm very excited to see what he does. Now that he has the freedom to wrestle however he wants to wrestle, change things up, have the performances, and do the things that he wasn't allowed to do in WWE but can do now. He's about to become a major hit. And he seems genuinely happy. Let me tell y'all something about this dude. All he's ever wanted to do was wrestle. When that man came out to that stage and he got that love, and then he got to look into the crowd's eyes and see that they loved him, that's all that needed to happen. Zack Sabre Jr. stopped existing at that point. I didn't give a shit about Zack Sabre Jr. I love the opening. The opening was like honestly, when the match bell rung, and then he hit him with that running uppercut and then did the neutralizer, I'm thinking, oh, okay, I guess it's going to be a squash match. I don't give a fuck. Doesn't really matter. If he would have ended it with a squash match, that would have been good for me. We didn't get that. We went on to have another classic. Another 5-star match. Of course you would. And Zack Sabre Jr. and Claudio, they tore each other up. Lots of counters, lots of great wrestling, lots of selling, lots of new stuff. Just a lot of great things. A lot of great things. I'm telling y'all, man. Cesaro's going to be a monster. This was an excellent match. And we're still going to get Zack Sabre Jr. and Bryan Danielson in the future. Oh, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. But yeah, Cesaro had to win this match. You got all the best. You didn't get all the best hits. You didn't get the UFO. You didn't get the, what was that other move he made famous? He hit all the uppercuts. Even Swiss Death. You didn't get that springboard, twisting, uppercut. You didn't get all of his stuff. He gave you enough. But you did get the powerbomb, which was nice. And he won with that. You didn't see the UFO either. So there's a lot of stuff he left out that you might get in the future. Cesaro's a beast, man. That's a main event player they landed. So I'm very excited to see what happens with him. But yeah, I'm super excited for Cesaro and AEW now, and I think he's going to be a great addition. Fatal 4-way for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Jay White, Hangman Page, Kazuchika Okada, and Adam Cole. Baby! Adam Cole got, well, let me start from the beginning. Let's start from his apparent injury now. I think he's dealing with a labrum injury. A shoulder injury that he's been working through. That's why he has all that tape over his shoulder. He's been working hurt, and apparently he's trying to work through it. I mean, they should give him time off, but they want to have him still work. Hopefully it pays off for him, but I'm hearing he's in a lot of pain. But he wrestled, and he did an excellent job, for the most part, until the end. But up until the end, this was an excellent match. I was on the verge of just giving this an A+ too. I'm like, you know what, another classic, let's go. Jay White was great, Hangman and Okada. Okada was the star of the match, of course he is. They were beating each other up. At first, it felt like a tag match, honestly. It felt like Cole and White versus Page and Okada. But then eventually they started attacking each other. And when that started happening, it got really good. Especially that ending sequence. So, everything's going down. You're getting the flips, you're getting the counters, you're getting Superman kicks? Sure. Super kicks out of thin air. I saw that moonsault that Hangman hit, and then Adam Cole kicked him out of thin air. You're getting counters to clotheslines, and counters to buckshots, and counters to rainmakers. Craziness. So, towards the end, you see Okada hit his rainmaker pose. Rainmaker! And the zoom out when that happens. And he goes to pick up Adam Cole, and Cole ducks the rainmaker. But then Jay White comes in and hits Okada with the switchblade, right? The swinging STO. And then Jay White goes to pin Adam Cole, although he didn't get hit with the rainmaker. And then he just pinned Adam Cole 1, 2, 3. And I went, whoa, what the fuck was that? That was such a weird ending. And so, as you know, when we get endings like that, you're like, okay, they called an audible, someone's hurt. And I'm assuming it's Adam Cole because he is working with an injury. Did he get hurt some more? Well, yeah, he did get injured. I think he received another injury. Probably a concussion of some sort. But I did do some research. Apparently, the real ending, it was basically how it ended how it's supposed to end, but apparently Adam Cole was supposed to receive, not duck out of, but actually receive the Rainmaker clothesline, and then he was supposed to get pinned 1, 2, 3 by Jay White. So I don't know what happened there, so that's kind of weird. It did take a bit, it took away from the match a little bit, not too much. I still thought the match was awesome. But yeah, that ending fell off because Adam Cole did get hurt. I don't know what's going to happen to him. I hope he gets better. I would hate for him to miss freaking Comic Palooza. But if he has to get healthy, go for it, man. You know, it's all about being healthy. That's what really, really matters. To me, ultimately, is him being healthy. So, yo, pray for your boy. Pray for Adam Cole that he gets better because he is injured. And if he becomes injury prone, damn, I don't know what else to say. So, still an awesome match. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But the main event of the evening, Jon Moxley versus Hiroshi Tanahashi, the ace of New Japan Pro Wrestling, taking on AEW's, I think, longest reigning world champion, or the champion that, you know, people talk about the most. How about that? Moxley, listen, when it came out that CM Punk got injured, I think the first person we all thought to replace him was Moxley. Because let's just call it like it is. This is the match we wanted to see anyways. No offense to CM Punk. He would have had a great match with Hiroshi Tanahashi. The match we wanted to see was Jon Moxley versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. That's always been the match that I wanted to see. That's been a match that he's wanted to have for 3 years. And story time. So, for the longest time, I've always wondered, like, why haven't we even done Moxley versus Hiroshi Tanahashi? You would have thought in the last 3 years we would have done that match. Well, the reason why that's never happened is because Tony Khan blocked it. He blocked the match multiple times. Why did he block the match? Because he doesn't want the match happening unless AEW is involved. In other words, he's all like, you can't do it unless it's on my show. Which pissed off Jon Moxley. Didn't make him happy. He was like, what the fuck? Dude, why would you do that? Why would you block me having a match with Hiroshi Tanahashi? And the crazy thing about this is, yes, it's happening now, but it wasn't the original match. The original match was CM Punk versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. So, honestly, fate has it, Jon Moxley still fought Hiroshi no matter what. But CM Punk had to get hurt for us to get the match, though. I don't know how I feel about that, Tony. I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, still, the match happened, and it was fantastic. Of course it was. Hiroshi Tanahashi was the babyface. He's literally the Hulk Hogan of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Yes, that is bigger than John Cena. He's the Hulk Hogan of New Japan Pro Wrestling. He wasn't going to get booed. Moxley was the one. And I think Moxley knew he was going to be the heel in the match. So he healed up. He did some heel shit. He was doing the whole, brother, whoa, brother, my leg, brother. You know, trying to win by count out. You know, he acted like a heel in this match, which was interesting. I mean, I didn't think it was necessary, but it was a nice thing to see. Moxley trying to pull over Tanahashi because he knew that the fans would love him, and they did. Lots of great stuff. The twist and shout, the high fly flow. Moxley countering, I think it was the high fly flow into the bulldog, the rear naked choke, which was a great spot. You see Moxley cut open, busted open. He's bleeding profusely. The blood's getting on Tanahashi's body, his face. And Tanahashi, he's passing out, but then the crowd is like, let's go Ace, or go Ace, go Ace, go Ace. You know, and he's hulking up, brother, the power of New Japan Pro Wrestling, brother, of the Ace, brother, the Acer, brother. So he's hulking up, and then Moxley hits him with the Death Rider, or the Paradigm Shift, depends on 1, 2, 3. And Moxley becomes your interim World Champion, which means he will fight CM Punk when he comes back. Jon Moxley and CM Punk. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's if Jon Moxley makes it to CM Punk. I have a sneaking suspicion that a certain spoiled brat who likes scarves is gonna make his return soon and get that belt, and we get that guy versus CM Punk instead. Yeah, I'm thinking MJF takes that belt away from Moxley before he fights CM Punk. That's what I think is gonna happen. That's what I think is gonna happen. And when we do get that match, it should be in a stadium. Seriously, it should be in a stadium. So, after the match, you had Chris Jericho and his crew come out and attack Moxley, and then, you know, the Blackpool Combat Club, they come out and make the save. Cesaro runs through everybody. And then we're left inside the ring with Eddie Kingston not getting along with Claudio, because that's Eddie, and them hyping up the Blood and Guts match on Wednesday. So, you know, that was fine. I wasn't too pissed off about that. The show is still an awesome show. This is one of those shows I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. It was riddled with curses. It was riddled with so much stuff, and it still delivered. I cannot for the life of me say it's not a classic show. I thought it was everything I could want as a wrestling fan. Every match was top to bottom amazing. Yeah, it's the show of the year. This is the show of the year, and I do not see anything topping it unless AEW does an even better show, which is going to be hard to do. So, there you go, y'all. Like, this was an excellent, excellent show. And I'm hoping that you all can agree with me that this is the show of the year. And if you don't think it's the show of the year, I need to know what you watching that's better than this. Because I don't know what other show's better than this. So, that's my thoughts. You guys give me your thoughts down below. We're going to end the show with the final round of the Super Chat Championship. Now, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and guess that Nickname I is going to retain the belt, but I'm going to give you guys some time. So we're going to go 15 minutes. 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, I will be calling it, and I will give the belt to, or I will say Nickname I will retain the championship, and then he'll get to choose the next place to defend it. Sounds good? Awesome.
This MF really gave Sting a purple nurple open mouth smile.
Oh, El Phantasmo did give Sting a purple nurple. That was funny to me. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was funny. That's just me though. So yeah, he gave him a purple nurple. But yeah, what was the number to beat? Is it $100? Okay, yeah. So the amount to beat right now is $100. If you could donate more than $100, you can probably beat Nickname I, who I'm gonna suggest. Honestly, he probably has a lot more than 100. He's just playing with y'all. So I'm just curious to know who wants to step up to the challenge and donate more. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna read some comments and see what y'all been saying. Fernando Vasquez gave this show an 11 out of 10. He broke his scale. He broke the scale. Nickname My is already telling me that the next pay-per-view that he'll donate or he'll defend his belt would be All Out. If he wins. Which more than likely he will. So I'm not even gonna front. He probably already won this championship. He knows he did. But who knows? You know, we still got a couple more minutes left. I don't want people to, you know, just assume that he's going to walk away. You just never know. Because remember last time, Victor Velasco came in and said, mine. My title. This belongs to me. Brother. Brother, 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 brother. Brother, brother. And then Nickname I had to say, oh, is that a challenge? Challenge. That's an old school reference. Some of y'all won't get that one. And if you did catch it, you're probably mad at me for even saying it. You're like, Alex, what the fuck? I know. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Challenge. So, all right. Got a couple more minutes left. I'm very curious to know who's going to step up. Let's see. Brett Gerard. As for calling this the show of the year, I'm going to wait until the end of the year to decide that. Anything could happen between now and then. It's definitely a show of the year contender. Or candidate. What could top this show, though? We'll have to see. Juan Lopez, hear me out. Claudio versus Sting. I like to see it. I like to see it. Cleo does everything. Says Brian Alvarez believed that Adam Cole suffered a concussion. Oh man, a concussion on top of his shoulder injury. Shit. King Mike Tudd says AEW Revolution was a better show. I was a fan of the women's match in the main event, but that's just my opinion. It was an awesome show. No offense. I thought it was a fantastic show. Even I just think this was just a better show overall. That's just me. That's just my opinion, though. Y'all are free to disagree all you want. When is All Out, by the way? Is All Out in September? That's a ways off. Because SummerSlam is in July. So that'll give y'all, if he wins, that'll give y'all some time, to collect your thoughts and to collect some money to beat him. I'm still waiting on the return of Aaron Sherwood, who I'm telling you, one of these days, Aaron's gonna show up and he's gonna be like, mine. He's gonna drop $1,000 and he's gonna steal that title, and y'all not gonna see it coming. It's probably not gonna be today though, because I don't know. I don't even know if he watches AEW. And if he does, he probably doesn't give two rat's asses about New Japan. So I don't know. I think he's a WWE guy, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right, so All Out September 4th. Thank you. I appreciate that. September 4th. Isn't that the same weekend as... Y'all did tell me it's the same weekend as Clash at the Castle. Well, I'm doing 2 reviews that weekend. Oof. Wow. That's interesting. I'm glad it's not happening at the same time, though. That would have been crazy if it happened at the same time on the same date. That would be pretty nuts. Let me go back here and look at some comments I wrote before. I don't want to miss anything too crazy. Cleo does everything says Wyatt 6. What if he's gonna be a part of the Dark Order because they have Dark Order numbers? So number 6 in the Wyatt and the Wyatts. Number 6 in the Dark Order. Anthony White, Ospreay versus Cassidy was a classic, period. What's funny is that a lot of the people were sleeping on that match before it began. Yeah, people were just like, ew, that match? I was like, hey, y'all, don't... That's the type of match that people need to keep their eyes on. Yeah, that was a crazy-ass match. King Mike Tuss, I think if I was a fan of New Japan or knew anything about... knew anybody besides Ospreay and Zack, I think I would enjoy it more. Oh, so you're just kind of reacting to it from the standpoint of, I don't know who these people are, so it's hard to invest. I knew everybody, and I loved it. Mr. All Days Off says, Clash... I love that name, Mr. All Days Off. Clash at the Castle is a jobber pay-per-view name. You know, I remember saying I wasn't that impressed with the name either, but they would jump down my throat talking about, hey now, the name is great. Don't be hating. So, all right, we got, let me see, 7 more minutes left. 7 more minutes, and then I will nickname I won't even need to crown him. I'll just say he's the winner because he's already champion. The number to beat, the amount to beat for Super Chat Championship is $100. If you can donate more than $100, you could beat nickname I. BW Rosa believes BW Rosa says Thunder Rosa is keeping the title until Jade beats her. Oh, you think Jade's gonna beat her? Interesting. Interesting. Nickname I says, you don't even need to know the people to enjoy the show greatly. Just watch them wrestle. That's all you need to do. That is true. Paid Enthusiast says, Will Ospreay is the best technical wrestler in the world. I think he's just the best overall, one of the best overall wrestlers, period. He's an all-around talent. All-around talent. King of the Trend gives it an 8.8 out of 10. So not quite a 9 out of 10, but an 8.8 out of 10. Alright, that's fair. That's still a high fucking score. According to SRS, okay, so according to Sean Rossap, he reported Tony Khan says Adam Cole would be okay long term. If he couldn't keep fighting, discretion was the better part of valor, even if it wasn't what fans expected. Yeah, it was best to just kinda get out of the match safely. King Mike Tudd says we should do Zack Sabre Jr. versus Bryan Danielson at All Out. We can do that at All Out for sure, because that's 3 months from now. Would love to see that match. Bray Wyatt and the Dark Order are two different gimmicks. Dark Order gimmick is done, in my opinion. Yeah, we can see. We'll see. We'll see how they make that work. If they do bring him in to lead the Dark Order, I would like to see where it goes. Apparently, Gabriella and Rena are in the building. I don't see them. We got a lot of people commenting, so maybe I'll run into them. Well, there's Gabriella Valentine. I got a feeling with Tony Storm versus Thunder Rosa, it's just the beginning of a long-term rivalry between the two. Shoot. I'm not against that. I would love to see them continue having matches. And then perhaps see Tony Storm defeat Thunder Rosa. I'm not against that. I don't see Rena. She was probably here for a little bit and decided to dip. Well, I'm glad she showed up. Alright. How much time do I got? Okay, so 4 more minutes, y'all. 4 more minutes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and call it and say that Nickname I retains. I think we should probably go ahead and call it. I don't see anyone else donating. Husky 518, 9.510. If it wasn't for the screwy finish of the Fatal 4-Way, it would have been a 10 out of 10. Yeah. I don't know. I still think it was an all-time classic show. Tremendous pay-per-view. It was tremendous. Thanks for coming, Nickname I, sorry. Thanks for coming, Cleo Does Everything. Nickname I is staying. Cleo Does Everything is about to leave. Thanks for coming, Cleo. Hope you have a good one. Ken Rogers. I think they should disband the Dark Order for now. Repackage the members, then have them join Bray in his new stable. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Alright, guys. I'm gonna call it. And still, your Super Chat Champion, Nickname I. Congratulations, Nickname I, for successfully defending your belt. You will now get to wear it for, I think, let me see, July, August, yeah, at least a good 2 more months. Perhaps even 2 more months. Yes, you'll get to wear it for 2 more months, because your next title defense will be at All Out, which he has chosen. So let me go ahead and switch out the this one right here and put in, oops, the newest background. Well, that's fine. You can still see it. So there you go. Nickname I retains. Will Nickname I be able to defend the belt again at All Out? Because All Out, that's in September. Oof, that's going to be a rough one. But congratulations, Nickname I, for defending your belt. And congratulations to everyone else who showed up. So, your boy's going to get out of here. I'm tired. Thank y'all for making me a part of your day. In the comment section, leave me your thoughts down below. Talk about favorite match. What grade would you give the show? Was it worth your money? What things could have been better? All that stuff. How do you feel about the crowd, commentary, all that stuff. I'm going to go back and watch the show again. Because I'm serious when I called it one of the best shows out there. I'm going to go back and watch it to make sure I have the same feeling. So, I will be back. Let me see. Tomorrow is Raw, right? That's John Cena's return. Blood and Guts on Wednesday. I will be back for that. And then Friday is predictions for Money in the Bank. And then Sunday is Money in the Bank. Okay, so we got a full week of streams. Jesus. So tomorrow, we'll be back up here for John Cena. Then on Wednesday is, of course, AEW Blood and Guts. Then Friday, we got Money in the Bank predictions. And then Sunday's Money in the Bank. And I don't know if that show's going to be worth a damn, but we'll find out. So yeah, we got some things coming your way. Hope you guys are able to tune in for that stuff. Whatever happens, you'll definitely get my thoughts on it. But until then, thank you guys. Be sure you take care of yourself. As you file out, leave a like, leave a comment, and help do all the YouTube things and get things rolling here on YouTube. Sound good? All right. Love y'all. I hope you guys have a good day. And as always, you're always safe here in Alyx's world. A safe space for wrestling fans like you.